What I've observed in the world of entrepreneurship is that things are moving very quickly. From 2020 to 2021, the emergence of new entrepreneurs as social media influencers making thousands, millions of dollars just sharing content. This was created out of a sense of survival, a way to connect and not lose ourselves in the lockdown and isolation. Social media was and still is that vehicle to building a business and in entrepreneurship. Now, just 3 years later, we're into another emerging future of technology and the use of AI. Now, we're still unsure about what this means completely for many of us, but we do know that there are opportunities for solving many of our perceived issues. But we have to be able to see the opportunities, sense them, and seize them. This is where the concept of presencing comes in. We are navigating some very interesting times, my friend, that require us to have clarity about what we want for ourselves, for our communities, and for this planet. Presencing is a step beyond being present. It's a combination of being present and sensing what's emerging. It's about heightening our awareness of what's happening now and what is to come. In this episode, I'm going to tell you how presencing is going to activate your sense of capacity that will give you a greater foresight as we're moving into new times. This is one of the best times to be alive, in my opinion. Now, I know many of you might be looking around and seeing chaos and conflict, but this is what you want to see. For those of us that are on a personal evolutionary journey, it is time for us to harness this energy for good. What is it that you truly want to see? As someone who considers themselves a futurist, I'm always looking at how historical events, current energies, planetary movements shape where we are right now and our future. Presencing gives us the opportunity to slow down, let go, and open ourselves to what is possible. What is the opportunity? Back in 2020, right before the lockdown, I did a video where I talked about the opportunity we had in that moment. And I say now that that was just a warning shot for what is to come. So let's unpack this a little bit. I want you guys to be prepared. Presencing is part of a larger framework that is actually attributed to the Presencing Institute. The founder, Otto Schrammer, asks this very powerful question. He says, how can you learn and lead in times of disruption when you cannot rely on the experiences of the past? The concept is an invitation for us to lean in and connect with our highest future potential. It's about exploring what is possible for the future, for your future, our future as a collective, given your current state. I always like to use this exercise when I work with an organization that is working towards some sort of social change. And I tell them, let's think about this. What would it look like if your mission was accomplished? What does that look like? Paint that picture. And they do. They paint that picture. And then we start to work from there. So what is possible? If all of this is possible, then how do we do that? But to get there, ask yourself a couple of questions. What does next week look like for you? Next month? Next year? What are the possibilities that could unfold if you allowed yourself to be open, to transcend the limitations, the scarcity, the fear, the contentment we have for one another. When we focus on presencing, we move beyond these lower level energies. Remember that analogy I used in the last video where I talked about the pigeons pecking on the ground and only able to fly within city limits? No, we want to go into a higher, more elevated state, like an eagle, soaring above it all, with a clear view of what's emerging. This is, a particularly helpful practice if you already have some sort of a meditation routine, right? If you meditate, if you do some grounding exercises, if you're familiar with that, you can easily do this. And what it is that you really want to start off with some powerful questions. We're really not asking ourselves the right quality, powerful questions. A couple of those could be, what is germinating inside of me right now? What needs to be birthed? How am I a part of this social divide that I'm experiencing and I'm witnessing? What would I like to do to make a difference or an impact in the future? If you start off by just asking yourself some questions like these, then I want you to sit, close your eyes for a minute, get grounded in the moment, right? This isn't about just being aware, dropping your body and just being awareness. This isn't about that. But this is really about being grounded in the moment in your body, right? Letting go of everything, all of the problems, all of the issues. Don't think about it. Let it all go. Dropping the ego as much as possible, right? Any perceived problems that you have, none of it matters in that time. Just sit in this moment and wait and feel as you ask that question to yourself and sense what is coming up for you. Tap into that deeper sense of knowing it's there. We all have it. And when this starts to come up for you, journal it, jot it down. Don't judge it. Just receive it, write it down. And do this often. Don't just do this once, do this often, as you feel compelled, because when you start to open the doors of possibilities, your higher self will reveal itself to guide you to the answers that you seek. Now, this practice is transformative in your personal evolutionary work, for those of us that are social change makers, for entrepreneurs and business owners, especially for those of you that are leaders. It takes you out of your head. See it as a compass that guides you towards a future, allowing something new to come into reality through you. We begin to see beyond the immediate circumstances, right? Enabling us to anticipate growth opportunities and navigate some of life's challenges with greater resilience. For business, it can help us think more strategically about matters, helping us sense and identify emerging trends. It's a powerful tool for social change agents, providing us the ability to envision a more equitable future. But most importantly, it allows us to do something that most people are not doing, and that is listening to ourselves. Not the media, not our friends, not our family, but honing our intuition, our internal compass, and learning how to connect with the social field. Many of us cannot even hear our small, still voice. because it's drowned out by so much information and the opinions of others. This is why presencing is so vital at this particular time, when most of us are not sure what we do, what we need to do next, what to expect. And it's not just for you, but it's for our communities that we're building. Imagine a community of humanists and futurists coming together, sharing our energies and our ideas and our foresight. Together, we have the power to shift paradigms and dismantle this outdated system that is actually crumbling. We are moving into this new space and this new level, and I want us all to be prepared for it. So let me ask you, what seeds are you holding within yourself that need to germinate and grow? We all have something powerful within us, something that needs our attention and our nurturing. And it's time to give that seed everything it needs to sprout and grow towards the future. So I want to challenge you. No, actually, I want to invite you to just sit with this question. What am I ready to bring into this emerging future? How can I practice presencing in my daily life and to begin to align with my highest vision? Now, some of you may already be doing this, and if you are, that's great. Please let me know. Let me know what you're doing. But for those of you that haven't, remember, you don't have to do this alone. Share your journey in the comments below. Connect with others who are also on this path. You will be surprised at how many of us are doing this work as part of our personal evolutionary journey. Let's build this community of conscious creators and deep thinkers and curious minds. If you found this video valuable, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. And remember, stay present, keep sensing, and let's continue to create this beautiful future together.